Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Crochet Studio 22. In today's video we will be crocheting this beautiful bag. And just to compare it with the size, I will put it next to the palm of my hand. It is not too big, not too small, but big enough that you guys can fit in your wallet, keys, phone, even a small makeup bag. And as you could see, the bag is empty, but it is still standing. It is keeping its shape, guys, as you can see. So the way how you put it on standing, it is going to stand like that. It is not going to lose its shape. Here, I will put it in the hand. It is not going to lose its shape. Even though it is empty, it is keeping it really nicely. So what I used as a yarn for this bag is a very thin macrame, but it doesn't need to be a macrame. It can be any other polyester type of yarn that you find. Mine was like 3 to 4 millimeter thickness, not very thick, just so I could use the crochet hook with it. And what you will need are the 2 rings, which I will talk about now later in the video, more about the tools that you will be needing it. So the bag is very simple. The pattern is very simple to make. You can make it very fast. Even if you're the very beginner, it's not going to be hard for you guys to make it. So I'm not going to talk any more than this. Let's go straight away into our pattern making, and happy crochet, guys. So we are starting our bag, and just very quickly I want to show you the materials that we will be needing for this pattern. First, we will need our yarn, hook, rings, scissors, and sorry for the finger, I cut it pretty badly. And we will need a stitch marker. Okay, so for the rings, I have this size and the smaller one. So for this pattern, I will be using this smaller one. And for the yarn, this is the yarn I will be using. It is a rope looking like yarn. It's I think a pure polyester, because on the touch it feels a little bit like plastic. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. So we will be starting with our rings. Oh, by the way, the hook I will be using, mine is a 3.5 millimeter one. I know for this yarn I should be using the needle number 4, but because we are making a bag and I want my bag not to have any holes but to be pretty tight, I use a half number smaller hook. So we will be starting from the rings, covering them with the yarn and the stitches. So as you can see, I already have one ring done. This is how the final look looks like, and we will do exactly the same with the second one. So we are going to start by, sorry, just to fix my finger. You're gonna place your yarn like this, okay? And here from the bottom, hold it like this. And yarn over through here. And, sorry guys. And now with our hook, you're gonna go under to other side. Grab this yarn here. Okay, like this, pull it up, yarn over, and pull through these two. As you can see, this thread stayed here. So what you want to do is pull it up, and from here, but right now, just after this very first stitch, grab it out. So you can work around it. So what I like to do is I put this yarn down, I grab it with a hook, bring it up, and if you have any other method of doing it, that is totally fine. However you guys feel easier, like it, however you get used to it of doing it. The point is that we need to cover this ring with our yarn and with our stitches, so the final look looks like this. Okay, this is what we need to get in the end. It's just on, and we need to do that for 2 rings. So when you do it on the first one, when you make a full circle and you come here till the end, you are going to make a slip stitch, pull out the yarn, and then with your tapestry needle just weaving your ends. Okay, so you get a ring looking like this. On the second ring, we are not going to cut off our yarn because we are going to use it to continue the work from there. So the number of the stitches that you are going to get, it really doesn't matter. That is what is good. What is good about it, you don't need to fit any number of the stitches. And to be honest with you, you don't even have to worry about, do you have this exactly the same number of stitches on both rings, because we won't be using all of them. We will be using just the half. So again, that is another part that makes this pattern much easier. You can see me here working around while we are talking. As you can see, I am working around that tail, and from time to time I hold this tail and I pull the stitches like this. I kind of push them together, so I don't have any space in between. So again, guys, continue with your rings. And since I have one already done, when I finish this one and when you guys finish both of yours, I will come back and I will show you how we are going to proceed from there on working the body of our bag. I finished my ring, and now we need to connect it with the slip stitch into the very first stitch. And when I cannot get into the stitch that I want, which is this one here, usually I use my tapestry needle to kind of, let's say, open it up so my hook can pass through. So like this, 1, 2, yarn over and pull through. And this is where we are now. Okay, also fixed my stitch to be here, kind of on the side. So what we are going to do now is we are going to chain 1, and now we are going to chain an odd number of the chains, 19, 25, 35, 101, as long as you want your chain to be. That chain, we will put it to go from this ring, like this, around and connect it here. So that will determine, let's say, basically the size of your bag. So let me do my chain. I will let you know how many chains I did, and I will show you how they look like. My chain I did in the number of 45. So it looks like this. Now on the other side, on the other ring, just choose a place where you want to go, find the stitch, go there and connect it with the slip stitch. Okay, and now we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. So not in the chain 1, not in the slip stitch. So that is 1, 2, 3. We go there and we make a slip stitch. That is 1, and then 1 more slip stitch. Those are 2 slip stitches. A little bit of math. So this is my calculation. I will explain it to you at the end of the first row. But this is whatever the number you get. This is your chain that you made. Even if you made 101, 105, you go -1, whatever you get -4, whatever you get divided with 2, and whatever you get is the number that you will put now. After these 2 slip stitches that you made, you will be making single crochets, and I need to make 20. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, made my 20, and after that into the next stitch you will make 3 single crochets all in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Into the second one, okay, 1, 2, 3. Here in the second one, place a stitch marker. Sorry. And then single crochet into the next 20, or the number of the single crochets you had coming down here. For me, that is 20. My 20 single crochets, and now here at the end I have 2 loops left, actually 2 chains, and I will place 2 slip stitches. So that is 1 and 2, just like when we started our row. Now in every row we will start, okay, so I want to explain you the math now. You will have 2 slip stitches, single crochets, 1 where you will make an increase, and then single crochets and 2 slip stitches. Therefore, the calculation, whichever number of the chains you have, you do -1. That is this one here where you make an increase. And then whichever number you get, you will say -4. These are the 2 slip stitches that you have. 2 here and 2 here. Those are 4 slip stitches. That's why you say -4. And whichever number it stays, when you divide it with 2, you will get the number of the single crochets you have to do on this and this side. Okay, guys? So feel free, take a screenshot or whatever, write it down or something. So this is the model of, and you can make your bag as small or as big as you want. Okay, guys? This is the model of the calculation. Now, since we learned the math, we can continue. We made our 2 slip stitches here, and now here into the next stitch on our ring, we will go with our hook there, and we will connect it with a slip stitch, and we will chain 1. And we are going to turn our work, and this is the chain 1. Let me show you. 1 second. Yeah, this is the chain 1. This is the slip stitch. we go into this one, into the third one. Now you can see better, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So think like that. Chain 1, slip stitch. This is where we go. But we will be working into the back loop only. So we don't pick up both loops, just the back one. So we go here and we make 1 slip stitch and 1 more slip stitch. Now in the second row, because we made an increase, here we are not gonna have 20, but 21, or whichever number you got, it will be +1. But we will be working into the back loop only, single crochets. You should have whatever you had +1. So for me, that is 21. And we will work these single crochets again into the back loop only until we reach our stitch marker, and I will meet you there, guys. The stitch marker, we remove the stitch marker, and back loop only again, we are placing in the same back loop 3 single crochets. And we put our stitch marker back into the middle or the second of those 3. Okay, and we continue placing a single crochet into the back loop only. For me, the number is 21. And after that, we will have 2 slip stitches. And just before that, I will meet you guys there. With my 21, and now I need to place 2 slip stitches. 1, and here is 2. And now here into the next one, connect with the slip stitch. We chain 1 and we turn our work. And again, this is, now we can see nicely. Chain 1, slip stitch. No, not in the chain 1, not in the slip stitch, into the third one from the hook. Again, back loop only. We are placing a slip stitch, 1, second slip stitch, and then we are going with a single crochet, and this time, last row, so I started with a 20, then I need to have 21, and then 22, and so on. Every row that you work, you will have more and more single crochets. So let's finish this row, and I will explain you guys how long we will be making it, because when we finish this row, I think that you will have more let's say clear picture of what are we making with these increases, because we won't be increasing forever, just till the certain point. But again, as always, it depends on the size of the bag that you want to have, how deep your bag you want it to be. Maybe some of you want your bag to be narrow but very long, let's say very deep. Maybe some of you want your bag to be shallow but very wide. So all of these things can affect. This is just not just one type of the bag, and I kind of like to leave you the space that you know, the patterns are adjustable and that you can work along and basically decide how do you want yours to look like. So I reached my marker, yes, marker, take it out, and in the back loop only, 3 single crochets, all in the same loop, like this. Put your stitch marker back into the middle or in the second loop, and work back the back loop only, single crochets, and when we have 2 stitches left, in those 2 stitches we will be placing a slip stitch in each of those 2 remaining. My 2 slip stitches, I come at the end of the row, so now we need to chain with the slip stitch. And slip stitch and chain. Okay, so guys, this is what you should have so far. And basically when you put these 2 together like this, you can see more or less, you can see where this is going. So the number of the rows where we are making this increases, of course your bag will go more like this, and it will kind of determine the depth of your bag as well as the width, but the depth goes with it. Okay, so do as many as you want. You can just keep it on, I don't know, 4 or 5 rows, and this will be the depth of your bag, and you stay there, or you want to make it more longer or a more deeper bag. So just continue working your rows. Remember, in every row it increases the number of the single crochets you will do before and after your increasing stitch. If you're not sure what am I talking about, in just a couple of seconds you will see my work, how it looks and I will tell you exactly how many rows of increases I had if you decided to follow the pattern and the number of stitches that I did. So I will make mine and I will come back to you guys to show you how mine looks like and how many rows of increases I did. So see you later and happy crochet. I'm back, guys. I finished with my increases. Total, counting with our very first row, I did 16 rows, and the easiest way to count your rows is basically counting this these empty spaces from here. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So as I was saying previously, this is how it looks now. So when we put them together like this is now the left side of our bag. And I did it, so on one side I have 35 stitches and then an increase and 35 stitches, and of course on both sides, on each side actually two slip stitches. So without my 2 slip stitches I have 71 single crochet going like this. Of course you can make it smaller however you wanted to make it. So right now, but this is what I was saying, I'm going to show you how it is going to look like. So now I'm going to take off my stitch marker, because from now on we won't be making any increases. We'll be just making single crochets without any increases. Okay, so this is the width of your bag, and that will be actually the depth of your bag. So it will go kinda like this. So nothing is changing. We are continuing in the same manner like we did in the beginning. Okay, so here we made a connection. We are going to chain 1, turn our work into the 3rd stitch. So we have 1, 2, and here is the 3rd one. We are making slip stitch, and then again a slip stitch, and then you just continue making a single crochet in the back loop only without any increases. Okay, and that is going to give you the flat bottom of the bag. Okay, so the bag is like this, and now when you start actually canceling your increases when you just start making in each and every hole. Then you're gonna start getting this more flatter bottom. And depending on how many rows you're going to make, that is going to determine, let's say, the width of your bag. So again, as I said in the beginning, depends on what do you prefer. Do you want your bag to be like really wide, or do you want to make it more narrow? On that, it depends how many rows of the regular ones you are going to make without any increases. So just remember that we are making a single crochet in each and every stitch. We removed our stitch marker, and we are doing it in the back loop only. I reached now the place where usually we would make an increase. So just one more time, we are just making a single crochet in the back loop only in each and every stitch, no increases, nothing. And we are continuing from there to another side. And as you can see, it already started curving, and that is going to give us the bottom of the bag. So I still don't know, to be honest, how many rows I am going to make, but in just a couple of seconds from now, I will be in the frame where you can see how wide I made it. I will let you know how many rows I made, if you're following the exact pattern and the number of stitches that I'm doing. So see you later. Guys, I am back. This is my bag. Let me just put it out like this. Okay, this is how it looks so far. Okay, so I made on this side, as I told you previously, here on the increases I had 16 rows, and now at the bottom here I made 32 rows. So if you are counting your rows, you go from here, but this one, which is like a rib, are actually 2 rows together, and that is the easiest way to count them in. So for me, this is now enough. I have 16 rows here, 32 here, and now we need to go back up. Since on this side we were making increases like this and we came here, now from here to come here, we need to make decreases. Now, if you remember, on this row, in my last row of increases, I had 2 slip stitch, and then after that 35 single crochets. I don't know which number was yours, but I hope that you remember. If you don't, you can just find a row. This is the last one which has a hole here, this one, and let me put it like this. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, and then from there you can count your stitches if you don't remember how many you had. So now let me see where I stopped. Okay, 1 second, like this, and now chain 1, turn the work, and again we have 1, 2, into the third one, 1, 2, into the third one. We are going with our first slip stitch, and then the second slip stitch, and make single crochets. I will make 35. You make as many as you had in the last row where you made increases. So I will make 35, and after I make 35, I will wait you guys after it. Finished my 35 stitches. And because as you remember here, we were making increase. In one stitch we were making 3 single crochets. Now we will make 3 single crochets together or a decrease. So how we are going to do this, and again we are working in the back loop only. So you will go in one back loop and pull out your yarn, but we won't finish it. We have 2 loops on the hook. And then in the next stitch, in the second, again pull out the yarn, 3 loops on the hook, and in the third one pull out the yarn, 4 loops together. So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 together, and then you are going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of them and place your stitch marker there. And now work again till the 2 stitches remaining. I should have 35 stitches at working back. Now I am at the beginning of the new row. Sorry, my chocolate paper. So again, we are going to start the new row as all the previous ones, into the 1, 2, 3, into the third stitch, back loop only, 2 slip stitches. Oops, sorry. There we go. And 2. So 2 slip stitches. And because in the previous row I worked 35 single crochets and then we made the decrease, now in this row I should work 34 stitches. So whatever the number you guys had, it should be 1 less than you had in your previous row. And you should stop here because decrease will be 1, 2, 3. So 1 stitch before your stitch marker, the stitch where is your stitch marker, and the one after. So right now I should work 34 stitches and I should stop here. So I'm gonna do that and I will come back to you guys. My stitches, and I didn't just work and stop here. To be honest with you guys, I counted and it was 34 stitches and I landed just where I supposed to. So again, now the stitch one before the stitch marker, the one after the stitch marker are 3 stitches where we will be making our decrease, and I will show you that one more time. So we are going into the first, again only back loop, into the first, pull out the yarn, into the second, pull out the yarn, 3 loops on the hook, into the third one, pull out the yarn. We have 4 loops on the hook. As you can see, 1, 2, 3 stitches, yarn over and pull through all 3. And now put back your stitch marker and continue working your row. Now we will be working like this. Each and every row you should have 1 number of the stitches less, 1 number of the single crochets that you need to do. You will have it one number less. So I started with the 35. Now in this row I have 34. In the next row I will have 33, and then 32 and 31 and 30 and so on. And whichever the number you guys have, again, in each and every row that you work, you should have 1 single crochet less to do. And as you can see, it already started moving. Again, we are creating this small holes right here, and you should work the same number of rows on this side that you did on this side, and in the end you should finish with the same number of the stitches that you had when you started on this side here. Me, that is 20 single crochets and total 16 rows. So I will be working now on this side here, decreasing 16 rows, and I should land with the 20 single crochets in the end. So I hope these guys is more than clear. I don't think that we should work more than this together. And again, once I finish my decreasing, I will come back to you. Hey guys, I reached the end. As you can see on this side, when we started, I had 20 stitches, and now I work my decreases, and on this side I also have 20 stitches. So I just wanted to show you how we are going to finish off this row. I made my 2 slip stitches, and now we are going to, just to see which one. Okay, now we are going to connect it here with the 1 slip stitch like this, and cut off your yarn like this, and now just 1 more yarn over and pull through all and tight it up here at the bottom like this. And now I will take my tapestry needle like this and weave in the ends. And I like to weave in my ends from here. Let me just, okay. So you see how this part here is standing like this. I will go here into the first one like this and pull it through and then down, so we don't have any kind of bumps on this side. And then just from here weaving the ends in between, actually under, okay, like this, and a couple of more on this side. And maybe a little bit more just to be totally secured. I'm having some troubles putting my needle through here at the top. Okay, whatever. Just I will leave it like this. And cut it off here. Yes. And we got our bag like this. This is how it looks, and this is how it opens. Now, if you want, what we can do is we can stitch it here from the side a little bit, so our opening will be smaller, and that is something that I would want to do. So right now we are going to turn the bag inside out. Okay. And here at the bottom, you can see this is the stitch from where we, let's say, from where we not started, but this is the stitch in which we were making increases and the decreases. So, but for now, I'm gonna take the needle like this, and some amount of the yarn, I will cut it off here, and I won't go into the stitch where we were making the increases, decreases, but the one before, and again one loop, and the one after, again one loop, and here I will just make a knot, but I will leave a tail long enough that I can weave it in, because if you leave your tails short, because you see now I can put my my needle on this, but if you leave your tail short, let's say like this much, then you can still weave it in, but you need to use your crochet hook. You can't do that with a tapestry needle. So now I will be just going here, top stitch from here and from here like this, and then in the next one again, that's 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I decided to do 10 because, as I said, I had 20 stitches here, so for me 10 is the middle. So from here I will pull it like this, just to make a knot, and then working back. Actually, if you want, you can make one more just for the, again, extra safety and security. So now working down, I am going to weave it in, and then after that I will cut off the tail. Okay, that is enough, and you're going to cut it off. So I still have this beginning tail to weave in. This is where I connected my yarn, and we will do, guys, we will do exactly the same here on the other side. Guys, our bag is done, completely finished. It is empty on the inside, as you can see. I stitched it up here till the half on both sides, and this is how much it can open, which is more than enough for the things that you need, like a wallet, phone, a couple of makeup pieces, maybe some small makeup bag inside. So, and as you can see, even like this, completely empty, it is holding its shape, right? So it looks really beautiful in the hand, as you can see. It's a really lovely piece. Right now I didn't make any strap on it, but if you wish, you can make straps to go either from these two sides, or to go from here and here. And I really hope that you like this video. Write me your comments, suggestions, if you have some questions as well. I hope that I can help you guys with it. So again, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you find this video helpful, please push the like button and stay tuned. Turn on your subscription notifications so you can get notification when the next video is out. I hope that you guys love it, and I will see you in my next video. Happy crochet. Bye.